Good morning, city. Isn't this a lovely view? I think it is. Welcome to my little City Skylines Let's Play, where we have a big, incredibly difficult place to build in. And we're just trying to deal with the challenges of our new environment. We started by making this area, which is now a complete hellhole. You gotta start with a hellhole, right? Everybody's gonna end up getting stuck with a hellhole. Expanded outwards in a couple of different directions. We've got a little bit in the way of dirt roads and things. There's something that I could actually do is expand this just a bit. Check to make sure I got electricity. Check to make sure I got water. As long as I can place water, there's really no reason that I shouldn't extend this sort of quite a low-income zone here. You gotta fill in dirt roads a little bit. We've got an overall system that is dominated by one-way roads and on-ramps, which is similar to how we started this whole thing. This entire map is fed by basically mountain roads that wind around. And a lot of what we're trying to do is set up things in this area. One thing we might try is spotting the places that aren't making what you would call survival. And on the assumption that it's because we don't have the support for these things, basically nuke it. Like, that is not being built upon. That can't be built upon. Because a lot of these areas are intended to be neat places, but we don't necessarily have the support in the way of services and things to handle it. So what we can do is de-zone stuff as it shows itself to be unworkable. And we've got a massive flood of stuff trying to get through this area so that it can get back over here and perhaps head off into the distance. Most of it is going up this way. We've got a bit of highway here. One thing we might try doing is placing a ramp over there and then redesigning this highway. See, now they can get through there even though it's going to be kind of horrible. But I'm deeply, deeply skeptical of how this highway is arranged. We're going to get rid of a bunch of this retail, because we don't really need it. These are very small areas anyhow. And now we've got a detour, because remember, on UHC we're running at triple speed and not allowed to pause no matter what. So if we're doing a major highway redesign, it's gonna get messy. Messy, messy, messy. This is already messy right here. These guys are all trying to get through here, over to there. What I'm going to want to do is make a ramp that goes and bypasses this area, just so they can shortcut through into here. But first what I want to do is get highway going. Now highway is fairly expensive. It's going to cost me $88 to sell. I've saved up a bit. And first thing we're going to do is... How nice, they can turn around and go back. That's just what they're going to have to do. Now that we've done that, we're going to maybe do the highway the other way, just to see if we can get it to run. That looks good. That looks awesome. And now all we got to do is reverse everything. There we are. Off they go. And that's a big help. Now another thing that we're going to want to do is take this where yeah, that even looks nice. I like that. So you can now get on the highway from there. And we got a lot of guys still coming through here, but not for long. Yep, that area is cleaning out real nicely. So we're going to go through and get rid of this ramp now because it is unneeded and redundant. We got this crazy little ramp up here. I really wonder whether I can run some kind of road straight down the face of this mountain. Gives me furiously to think, it really does. But first, check on the electricity. Ah, yep, needing electricity immediately. We're instantly running into problems. 12 megawatts? Done. These guys are the guys who are going to suffer the most with electricity problems because it seems to affect the outside edges. Oh god. Landfill again. All these landfills are full. Actually, we've got a moment. We need to get into incinerators so bad it's not even funny. But our traffic is improving quite a bit. This is an ugly little area, but mining district is now fed entirely by this one little on-ramp. You got to go through into here, and one of the concerns we have is that that is the only way to get to the landfill anymore. So folks coming from the landfill have to come through here, meaning that they come out of here, go through there, go around, come around, and go in again. All in all, fairly terrible. And there is no purpose for this road at all. In fact, we can probably get rid of some of this industry while we're at it. Quick look at the roads. Now, where is my landfill availability going to be? Not anywhere around here, apparently. Okay. In that case, these roads are no use whatsoever. Only thing we're going to be using them for is getting access to those landfills to empty them later. Because the incinerators are going to be here. Electricity seems to be holding up okay. We're really having problems with the garbage trucks. They need garbage removal bad. And I really want to keep it all around here. I don't have room to place it there. But what I do have room to do is wipe these roads. And if I wipe those roads, I do have room to place another landfill. I'm inclined to get rid of that road because it's just a traffic problem waiting to happen. Zoning. We are not zoned for anything. We need industry, so we might as well fill this stuff back in. It's not much in the way of industry, but if it's making them happy, then whatever. And throw some industry in there, although it's a horrible idea. We basically need to nuke this area and then cover it with a big tarp. But since we can't do that... No, this is a horrible, horrible traffic issue. But it is a traffic issue that we're stuck with. Because we gotta have these trucks come in here and be able to stay on this highway. See the way this works? Vehicles will come in from here, and they have to be able to get onto this highway and sort of merge out. These guys coming in here block them, as do these. This is not a very busy residential area, in fact. I can see one thing to do with this immediately. Firstly, that stuff can go away. And secondly, the road where it is on. You see, the challenge with the UHC like this, and let's see. It looks suspiciously like a one-way. They can come in through here. They come up on this road. And we're going to have to quickly bulldoze and then replace, because I want this to be a ramp going onto the highway. So what we'll do is we'll bulldoze, then make that a ramp. That's what I was after. Now the idea here is the vehicles coming in have a little room to change lanes, and folks coming in through here can accelerate into the highway and they will not slow down as much. If I look at the traffic, and everything ends up getting traffic bound eventually. I think I have another problem, which is healthcare, death care. Actually, not so much. They just can't get to the cemeteries. That's their problem. Meanwhile, let's quickly bounce back down here. I think we'll put a cemetery down here. Seems to improve the land values and things. But we could also do with a little bit more in the way of fancy road work. Up in this area. And this is where we can put one of the cemeteries. Or could if the slope wasn't too steep. Hang on. Oh, now that works. So this is all residential area except for the cemetery. And we're going to put just a little bit of... we're going to get into an area where we need to start having schools. So let's... Well, we're not ready for the school just yet. Can't afford it. But this is going to be where it goes. And the money is just sort of slowly creeping in. Electricity is starting to become a problem again. Water is fine. Water over here is fine. That highway is coming in handy. In fact, it's coming in so handy that I'm wondering whether maybe I'd like to just continue it as a loop. It feels like it might be a good idea. I'm thinking I'm going to make it happen. First thing I need to do is hang on. No, that's actually not happening. We're not doing the highway work because they don't have enough money to do it right at the moment. I could see making this be a highway. I could see letting it improve the connectivity of everything, but not right now. It's going to be fine as it stands. So we have our little posh district down here. We could probably do with upgrading this road, actually, because the thing is, we're not getting use out of that. We are not getting use out of those, so they might as well be cheaper to maintain highway ramps. Folks are able to get in here. We could also add a little bit more in the way of our fancy pants residential from here. Except for that was not actually what I had in mind. Well, back we go. Alrighty. Now we're going to quickly run some water pipes here. Only as much as we need. And zone the heck out of that stuff. So that we can get some more population in here. That cost a bunch of money, but we hopefully will pick up a little in the way of population. You know, I was going to do the zoning thing of spotting what areas are looking really bad and then unzoning them. I'm not sure how good of an idea that is. This loop should be pretty well connected, that's the thing. So let's just do the opposite. We will enable this loop to be fairly well connected. We'll maintain it a bit. We'll have a quick look over here. Garbage. Landfill is still doing not great. We gotta gain a couple of thousand people in order to be able to move to... Okay, zoning again. There's somebody there, but... See, this technique is all about trying to find the places that are not well served. They're abandoned, so I'm just dezoning them rather than directly bulldozing them. Their happiness was short-lived. And as such, the idea is the place might be a little bit more self-maintaining, and I think I have enough time to do a... Now, this is on a one-way, so that's a bit of a problem. We'll put it there. There we go. And with that, I will bid you adieu for now, and return again with another session of City of Skylines UHC, where we are trying desperately to get to 7,000 so we can bring incinerators and subways and things online. Ta-ta!